Console exclusivity has been a major talking point within the gaming world as of late. And today it looks like we have some brand new details to expand on as it pertains to Xbox's future within the space. So let's break that all down. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. So, as per usual, before we get into today's news video, I want to shout out each and every one of you guys. Thank you for subscribing to this channel because we are nearing 1,000 subscribers here. It's amazing to see the numbers go up. Talking to you guys in the comments, no matter how outrageous some of those comments are, but by this time, at least I think by tomorrow, I'm going to see Sonic 3, so expect a review type video on Friday, because I think we're going to have a lot to talk about. So, over the past few years, the term console wars has gone silent, albeit people within the gaming space still take up sides at the end of the day, but it does look like the lines are starting to get blurred across the board. Now, this brings us to good old Xbox, where, like we've talked about in the past, they've adapted this rather unorthodox strategy when it comes to porting over their biggest IPs over to the PlayStation platform. Which, if you asked me this 6 years ago when I was really about Xbox only, yeah, I'd think you were crazy. Now, there are two sides to this coin here, which includes the people who still think console exclusivity is very important. And there are those who think this is all but a trivial thing now. As for what side you stand on, I think that's very subjective. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. But what we've been seeing going on within the gaming industry across all the big console makers, I think that's been a seismic shift to what we thought was right in the past. But now it looks like Xbox could be the one going through even more changes within the coming years. Now, to dismiss some things here, because we do know, at least as of right now, Xbox has exclusives in the pipeline, like Gears of War E-Day, Perfect Dark, Fable, and South of Midnight. So there are going to be Xbox console exclusives in the future, but going forward, there's some things that do muddy the water. This is where Jez Corden had to chime in on this matter, and he did have some insider info to share with the class. Quote, Xbox won't have exclusives going forward. Everything is timed exclusive at most. He continued, if some games are exclusive, it's gonna be incidental at best. The case-by-case argument is by large going to be multi-plat, timed, and with maybe a few, very few outliers. Now, following all those tweets, which did gain a lot of traction, Jez went on to say that Xbox doesn't entirely want to commit because they're still sorting out things when it comes to if this strategy will impact console engagement, which at this point in time, it's not really changing anything, but moving forward, that's a big prospect. So for a lack of better terms internally, nothing is settled yet, and they're still debating what they're doing moving forward. I don't think this is the generation that will be greatly affected by this kind of choice, mainly because anyone who bought into this Xbox Series ecosystem, like myself, they're gonna continue to play on these consoles since we paid for the damn things already. Now, this is where next gen comes into play here, because that generation will be vastly affected by something like this. Will people be wanting to buy into a console knowing everything is a timed exclusive? This is where things could come back to bite them. Now, Xbox has been keen on Game Pass, which isn't really a secret by now. And this idea that Xbox Game Pass alone could be a huge system seller for them. Now, to kind of reference a video we did last week, now I'm more and more convinced by the day where we talked about this possibility of their next console having this Xbox OS, much like the Steam OS and Linux. Microsoft has always been this PC-first kind of company, and they could tie the Xbox and Windows platforms together through these means. This would, in turn, create the most open console we've ever seen in gaming, and one that could play Xbox games and Windows games through Steam, which then opens this forbidden door of PlayStation titles being playable on an Xbox console, albeit through very back-ended means, but still, you get the point. Now, that last part has yet to be seen, but the PC market is growing. And at the end of the day, Xbox could be working to tie in Windows and Xbox into one singular platform. But with all that being said, I'm going to pass this one off to you guys. Will you invest in Xbox moving forward if you find out everything is a timed exclusive? Or if they do have this weird Steam, Microsoft, Xbox, one singular platform kind of thing? Will you be down for that? But that about does it here. I've been K-Lo, I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content, drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.